presented by Kia. And a lot of interesting matchups between these two teams.
Really
76ers and the Raptors. The winner goes to the Eastern Conference Final.
And Russell is at this stage of their career, so he's going to have to be a little more disciplined against Lowry.
Shot clock winding down. Siakam drains it. Ken Maurer, Kane Fitzgerald, Nick Booker, our officiating crew. Butler hooks it inside, and Embiid couldn't finish it. But look who's there. Philadelphia defeated the Nets in the first round in 5 games. Harris sticks it from the outside. Games Gasol, the rainbow delivery doesn't go.
And I think that's going to be a big issue right there. You see Simmons again, open court. Giannis. He's a freight train in the open floor.
7-0 burst by Philly. Leonard in for the rack attack. Toronto is comfortable with Embiid shooting from the outside and settling at times. Leonard squares, connects. Butler in and out. 7-0 run for Toronto. Lowry trying to add to it. Back door. Siakam! He's talking to himself right now. He was called for the foul. He just left Embiid, and Embiid takes advantage with a bang.
They are a legitimate title contender.
Butler, the penetration, hangs and hits. Pluses, making big moves early and late. Leonard's jumper is there. It's a 3.
Okay.
Gasol drives and kicks. Siakam a 3. Siakam!
That follow through and able to get the friendly bounce.
And that's the 3rd Philly turnover. Backdoor! Big finish!
Early on here for Philadelphia.
25-13 Raptors. Butler quiets the crowd. That ends a 7-0 run. Lowry off of a neat basket. Oh, the bank shot goes! And the foul!
Well, when he doesn't play well, the difference is they can win now when he doesn't have big scoring games, which was not the case a season gets the opportunity against Leonard.
On an island, Leonard, Marjanovic ranged over, but it's one-on-one. It's a fade, and he makes it look so.
Infinitely better team than the team last year, even though that team won 59.
Embiid a 3. Got it. Joel Embiid from
here thus far. I think they're getting solid minutes.
Siakam, body bump, up fake, and a deuce. First rest, we approach 1 minute to go in the opening quarter. Oh, Embiid! Big time finish.
That's the one way you can make layup.
For Redick. On the kick, Ennis drives, count it, and a foul.
How about this team is very physical as well, but here early on, they are up for the challenge.
Simmons has 1 shot, now 2, and it's out the ball, and it should have been a deuce. Philly is 1 of 8 in the second quarter, now 2 of 9 as Harris turnover Toronto. Harris gives it up, early offense, Redick. Off the mark, Embiid cleans it up as he gets the roll.
Philly seems to be getting a little bit better feel for how to guard in the half court.
Harris pops and hits with Boban. Lowry using the screen from Gasol. Pick and pop. Gasol a 3. Yes.
That's exactly what
this is it. Badly on a brick. Leonard looking to weave his way. He does. Beautiful spin to new heights. 9-0 run. 10-point lead. Marjanovic, he is just
with reads based on how Toronto's defending. That was a terrific read by Tobias there.
Lowry gets to the rim.
Matchup issue for Philly right now is they're going to be able to get to the rim, Toronto, because of Gasol's ability out there to make some hay against this Raptors team.
Leonard squares and hits.
He is just
finish it. Leonard the other way. He got met by Simmons and still converts. 1-on-1 with Gasol. Embiid, a sweeping move, no. Pucked up in the air. Wow. And it's
by a big-time player.
6.6 rebounds for Simmons. Siakam off balance. It's good.
He's perfected that, Bird. I mean, that guy's ability to slash and finish with the contact.
Off of a made thinking it's time. Embiid. J.J. Redick. Simmons cuts to the rim.
Sometimes with Kawhi Leonard, you might shake your head and say, hey, that was individual brilliance, and we might have to double team him in the second half. But he said Siakam.
That they could get some others involved here with Philadelphia, Roz. Leonard gets inside and season. And they locked up Orlando after that Game 1 loss in the first round. Siakam drops it in from three-point territory.
Great read there by Danny Green, and Siakam just continues to impress.
Redick cans it. Toronto got swept by Cleveland. Butler the steal on the poke away from Leonard. Shovel it. Redick steps into it and put it on the board. It's a 3 minutes to go now in the third quarter. Philadelphia has cut it to 7. Redick is smoking hot.
The opportunity to have to guard Redick now since he's been unleashed.
Step back Jay. Lowry knocks it down. The last meeting between these two teams was February 5th. It's a long time ago. These teams are different. Gasol, one of the biggest. OG Anunoby out with the appendectomy. He would have been a factor in the rotation. Kawhi Leonard splat.
They're making up for it not having OG though with how Kawhi and Pascal have been playing.
Butler to the rim.
Trigger. And they end up not scoring. They do get another offensive rebound.
Harris couldn't take advantage of the mismatch. Korkmaz the penetration. Ennis lines it up and hits a 3. Rebounding numbers in favor of Philly. 31 to 20. Denied. Kawhi Leonard. The rejection. Siakam. 10 to shoot. Leonard makes his move. Kick. Green open look. Got it.
With Embiid involved, able to turn the corner, force his help, and then get it to the roll man. Simmons gets all the way.
Is 6 of 7 from the field. That Ibaka bucket, first point of the night for the Toronto bench. Leonard.
Boy, if he makes that, it could be game over.
Simmons. 1 second. Simmons off the glass and in. Here's Butler. Stripped by Lowry and a turnover. Van Vliet locked up. Ibaka! 1. Shot clock is down to 2. Embiid. Fend off. And the bucket by Joel Embiid.
Brooklyn series, which you got to see up close and personal, partner.
5-game victory for the Sixers and Tobias Harris.
Against the Sixers, so that's not that surprising.
Out of the timeout. Ibaka gets right to the 2015-16 season. They lost to Cleveland in 6. Leonard. The closeout by Harris. Leonard turns. Oh, ridiculous!
Yeah, but the reality is the minutes weren't the issue. The fact that he was 5 of 18 from the floor, they really had.
Denied Serge Ibaka. Harris has got the board. We are just past the halfway point of this fourth quarter. Redick fires, connects a 3. Harris against Powell. Harris leans, rejected. Ibaka once again. We're down to 4:20 to play here in the fourth. Leonard, head and shoulder fake, hangs, gets the bounce. Eric Moreland is in for Toronto. Lynn turns it over. Bolden keeps on firing, and Lynn triggers in. And the miss by Miller. Final seconds. McConnell cross court. Korkmaz. And that'll do it. It is a rare Game 1 victory for Toronto. A complete performance. They take down the 76ers 108 to 95. Just the second time they've won a Game 1 home game in the playoffs. But Amir Johnson is active, and that had not been the case in the first round. Of Kawhi Leonard and Pascal Siakam outscored the entire starting 5 of Philadelphia.
With the physicality from Toronto, that's got to change here tonight.
Ball in the air, Toronto control. And rebounded by Lowry, who rebounds his position at a high level.
You know, I really feel like Kyle Lowry, a great finish there. Cross match. Few possessions now. You see Tobias Harris starting off on Marco. Oh my goodness.
Siakam, the creativity. Rebounded by Green. Lowry pushing the tempo. Stutter step to the rim. Denied. Has got the board.
This is the area where You haven't seen as much impact, and that's what you got to see right there.
Simmons.
I think he's got to be
4-2 lead for Toronto. Embiid, contact with Lowry, kick it out. Butler nails it from the corner. It's a trip. Gasol back out for Lowry. Lowry, contact, gets it to go. Plus, they were going to try to stuff it down their throats with Embiid and Simmons and try to get Redick going early. It's Butler, rainbow three.
They had that entire free throw line covered. He couldn't turn the corner.
Contested, Leonard sticks it.
And you'll
He
live
worked on threes. He said threes are new. In college, he played the 5. He also shared with me that his motivation to improve is his father, who passed away.
He was a terrific 3-and-D guy, but does struggle at times when he's got to put it on the floor.
Harris attack mode for Philly.
No struggle right now.
Double team. We've seen a lot of them so far. Siakam fakes on the pass. That spin, left hand, passed out. Siakam.
Opportunities, because it looks like Philly a little bit more locked and loaded than the half-court defensively.
Butler to the rim. No good with the left hand, but tipped him up on 2 minutes to play in this first quarter. Toronto's lowest scoring point total in a quarter in the playoffs, 16. Oh, Leonard! Here come the Raptors. Powell, fake. Rejected by Embiid.
I'll tell you what, how about the solid here thus far?
Ibaka drives. Ball is moving. Powell, open J. Hits it. 23-17 Philly. 4-second difference, shot clock to game clock. Ennis will hoist and hit a three.
That comes with either rolling, maybe some rim runs, but how close can we get him to the basket? Mark is such a great defensive player.
Embiid goes behind the back. Van Vliet was scraping at it. Redick lets it fly, and he cans it. A three. Butler tried to guide it towards the rim. Turnover Philly. Leonard using the Ibaka screen. Jumper. It's pure.
And just like that, a 5-0 run by Kawhi Leonard to get the crowd back into it and give his team a shot of confidence. But J.J. Redick looked there, just couldn't convert it.
Powell goes down defensively. Redick, the jump shot. He's got it. Van Vliet there defensively. And he lost it. 3-on-1 developing. Lowry gives it up. Leonard! Big with 5 and Lowry with 5. Monroe, shot clock winding down, a turnover. Leak out. 3-on-1. Lowry maneuvers to the rim. Harris against Powell. The help by Van Vliet. They rotate. Ennis gets around Lowry. It's good. Lowry the penetration. No call. And here comes Philly. Turnover Toronto. Simmons a little razzle-dazzle on the dribble. Ennis the jump shot. It goes. He's got it. 3.5 to play in the second quarter. Leonard against Simmons. Little fend off. And the fadeaway is smooth.
Offensively, Philly doing that, being much more assertive.
A lot of contact. Lowry, will they give him continue? Gasol gets a touch way outside. Lowry, nutmeg!
How he's playing, he is just leaving it all out there on the floor.
Embiid forced to kick it out. Butler, count it! 3 and the foul, Jimmy Butler.
And Danny Green just picked up a tech dig at that.
The 76ers have turned it over 12 times in this first half, yet they lead by 18. Now it's 16.
Leonard the three well, they won that battle, and they have killed them on the glass to offset those turnovers.
Simmons lost the ball. Green, a pull-up three. Got it! Butler misses from the outside. Here comes Siakam to Kawhi Leonard. The jumper is good. It's a three.
Take advantage of that matchup of Tobias Harris or Marc Gasol. They haven't made that a point of emphasis, and you wonder if that's something they're going to look at here as this half progresses.
Off the mark. Weak side rebound. Leonard loops it ahead. Siakam. Philly gets back defensively. Get it inside. Gasol. Cutter. Leonard. The Brothers. Out of the timeout, they double Embiid. Now single coverage. Gasol. Embiid works around him, and it rims in for Joel Embiid. Leonard with Simmons out front. Gets around him. Leonard on a kick. Siakam. It's a 13-2 run for the Raptors. Gasol, the drop step. Finds Siakam, who lays it in.
And partners on Marc Gasol. It's not just for his ability to score, it's also the opportunities he can create for his teammates as Jimmy Butler.
Lowry directing traffic. Leonard against Monroe, rises up and hits a three against the Raptors. 9 on the timer. Butler. They got bunched up in the area. Monroe rolls to the rim and scores. It has 23. The rest of the team has 28. Siakam hard to the hole, swatted away.
Hero, he finds Ennis there, can't get that triple. When you look at the defense he's done, and this is where I think Toronto's got to take advantage off their defense.
One drive by Siakam. It's a 4-point game. 14 for Pascal Siakam. Ennis finds Simmons underneath. Harris hands to Ennis. Lost it for a moment. Fires it inside for Monroe, who spins and gets the deuce. 9 to shoot. Lowry. Work it to the outside. Gasol fires. Got it. A three. Butler handles it with Simmons on the bench. Butler turns the corner. Got it, and a foul. Jimmy. Leonard. Getting physical with Ennis. 9 to shoot. Leonard hangs. Gets it to go.
We had openings and didn't take them, or we didn't do them as hard as we needed to. We got to cut hard, punch gaps hard, pass the ball with some.
2 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Lowry bounces. Ibaka sticks it.
Which Ty has, which you should expect. It's a little bit easier to deal with Siakam than it is, say, Kawhi Leonard.
Shovel it to Redick, who finishes short on a 3-ball. And Butler's got the board. Shovels. Simmons right down the middle for 2 for the Toronto Raptors. Lowry peeks at the clock. Makes his move. The runner gets the roll.
On the verge of being swept. Now all of a sudden this thing gets really interesting if they're able to hold on here.
Leonard gets the Butler is 11th.
Guarantee you if that goes.
Butler, that goes. And
the adjustments, and nobody else really for Toronto being able to step up and provide support.
Harris has the height advantage on Lowry. Flips it up and in. Leonard gets it in for Lowry. Curls, Siakam the push shot. Box out. Easy one, and the foul. Works around 3 defenders. Back out for Leonard. Siakam, attack mode, gets it to go. Lead the series 1-0. Leonard tried the crossover. Simmons didn't bite. Leonard leans, big shot goes. 8 is there for the board.
Great job on the contest by Joel.
Butler, Jimmy buckets.
Butler recognizing that, looking for the opportunity in transition.
25 for Butler. Siakam checks the feet. Bucket. Embiid with Siakam helping. Trying to work through 2 defenders. Finds Butler. Oh, Jimmy Butler. Boom. Leonard kicks it out. Siakam. Drive and kick for Lowry. 3 on the way. He cans it. We're down to 1:40 to play. Leonard makes the quick move. Kick it out. Lowry. Yes! Butler, 8 to shoot. Leans in on Green. Embiid, a ball fake. Embiid spins to the rim. Ball fake. Embiid gets
time to get with the attack.
Oh, Lowry trying to put it through Harris's leg. Saves it for Leonard. Leonard gives it up. Green for the tie. Off the rim. Gasol keeps it alive. Knocked around. Harris has got it for Philadelphia.
Game, really. Great effort for Toronto to try to give themselves a chance here.
Baseball pass, Leonard, short, and that's it. A major bounce back by the 76ers.
As Kawhi Leonard and the Raptors take the floor, Lowry, Green, Leonard, Siakam, and Marc Gasol. Trey Maddox, that's the officiating staff tonight.
Things that they do to put you in position.
Danny Green and Tobias Harris, a couple of Long Island kids matching up against each other. Won't go. Leonard the rebound. Leonard also a superb rebounder. Pulls up and nails the 3. Leonard's guarding Simmons. Simmons pass deflected. Simmons gets it back. Leonard strong, but big height advantage for Tobias Harris. Passes it up. Embiid fakes a 3. And it's a 3.
I mean, this is an outstanding environment.
Leonard. Well. Embiid one-on-one with Gasol. Not a lot can handle the big man. And Gasol obviously.
That's a difference maker. He is not settling, staying aggressive and forcing the issue.
Kawhi Leonard, he's shooting, go, tip misses, rebound deflected, and Danny Green comes out of it. Siakam, and Siakam gets on the board. Leonard drives in, blocked by Embiid. And here comes Embiid. Leonard slow to get up, he got knocked down after it. Harris for three. Butler. Monroe spins, pass inside. Jimmy Butler gets it to go. Leave due to injury. He was a game time decision with the sprained ankle. Obviously good to play. Green hits a three.
Great passing big man out of Georgetown.
Monroe drives and finishes, went right at Leonard. The pull-up. Too strong. Siakam the rebound. Leonard again. Two-pointer. Leonard now.
Harris has to be able to create shots.
Ibaka to the rim.
I like
Bad pass from Ennis. Simmons comes up with it though. In traffic. Scott straight on three. When Kawhi Leonard played there, and he said that the big question when they were deciding to make that acquisition to get him is Danny Green knocks down the fall. The bench so far in the series has been well in favor of Philadelphia as J.J. Redick drills a three.
Was stunted off of Green, back to Green, and let somebody else make that three-point shot.
Joel Embiid showing the soft touch. Tobias Harris, baseline turnaround. Embiid, 9 points, 4 rebounds, and a blocked shot to start. Jimmy Butler drives right past Ibaka. Van Fleet to Gasol. One-on-one, 2 old-time centers. And Gasol wins that. And Simmons get tied up, and Lowry's hurt. Lowry's hurt and is not getting up. Powell, corner three, that's good. He was shaken up initially. Backdoor to Butler, inside. Beautiful pass to Simmons. Butler. Embiid for three.
Three-point shooter. Gasol can be in the lane on that one. Get good support.
Kawhi Leonard now
do a detail about your preparation for the game. It's a thing of beauty.
He doesn't have that much detail as Leonard with the left.
Continues to shoot over 60% in this series. Harris, hop step, good look, three-pointer, Tobias Harris. Ennis sits down, Mike Scott back in. Lowry to Siakam. Good-looking floater from Pascal. He is so adept at drawing offensive fouls. Leonard loses it. Simmons 2-on-1, throws it up, Butler throws it down. Jimmy Butler having a terrific all-around first half. Leonard falling away. Got it.
Him to make something happen.
Kyle Lowry with a steal. Harris in pursuit. Lowry gets his first bucket. Thought he was bumped. Butler will come the other way. Harris finds Simmons. Simmons adjusts beautifully. J.J. Redick fires and hits. They're posting up Lowry. Simmons again tips it out. Embiid up top. Butler for three. Bang! Leonard inside trying to jam it. Siakam had it blocked. And a whistle and a foul. The layup game is when you go over the sideline or baseline, depending on where the ball is in. Foot barely touched it. J.J. Redick answered. Redick finds some space. Drills another three. J.J. Redick deflected by Butler. Lowry inside. Danny Green throws it up and in as the shot clock expired. J.J. Butler. Embiid on the follow. Embiid throws it back up top to Butler. Fakes the pass. The floater in the lane. Bounces good from the Sixers here tonight. Leonard's jump shot is good. 5 on the 24. Ben Simmons gets in the lane, flips it up and in. Ennis trying to guard Kawhi Leonard. Quick spin, gets inside and throws it down. Butler, three-pointer. Great outlet. Gasol to Lowry. Touchdown at the other end. It's his second field goal. 7 points, 4 assists. Off the turnover. Green throws it up to Siakam.
Yeah.
I'm loyal to my teams that I root for. Simmons pass inside. Meanwhile, speaking of Boston, 18 in this one. Leonard, 6 to shoot. Kyle Lowry, nice feed inside. Siakam the slam. 2 games. Kyle Lowry missed 17. That's pretty incredible to win that many games and have your star players, your star guy to still didn't play in a lot of games. As Leonard line drive is good.
I give those other guys a shot.
Leonard, a little crossover, sets up the 3. He is 52% for Philly. 5 on the 24. Embiid against Ibaka. Jumper is good. Butler had the big fourth quarter in game 2. Embiid for 3. Joe Allen. Shot clock down to 5 again. Siakam drives it. Embiid shot block. His 4th block of the game. And then Siakam upset. The 2 natives of Cameroon colliding. Joel Embiid with a big defensive play. Up to 14 very quickly here to start the 4th. Butler gets free. Scoop layup is good.
With solid screens.
And that's the hard part about getting Kawhi Leonard a couple minutes rest.
Blocked by Embiid. A shot. Lowry back up top. Stripped. Here's Butler. Butler ahead of the pack. Shot clock winding down. Green's got to get it off. Just does. And backs it home. Danny Green. Now defense has been strong for the Sixers. Van Fleet. Blocked by Butler.
That'll make the whole difference in how he's playing.
Embiid inside. Layup. Shot is good. And the foul.
I think they're searching for someone right now, Mike. Someone who can come off their bench that they believe in.
Butler once again, and the they have blown it open. Embiid fakes. Embiid down the lane.
Oh, those guys that you mentioned, they're looking at it like, Mark Jackson has a point. There's no disrespect to them.
In New York, we were blowing out Miami in a game, and we let Dan Marley get free and feel good. Even with the starting lineup on many occasions, taking the ball out of Ben Simmons' hands, except in transition, and putting it in Jimmy.
Now, after I attack myself, I'm going to begin to tell the guys individually what's needed because we're not getting it done collectively. We got to help.
A reasonably close game like it was 8 and then 7 before the ball was inbounded as Powell.
A dominant performance from Embiid and the Sixers after
season in the Raptors. As we take a look at the starting lineups, the good news for Toronto, you see now who will step up and help Kawhi Leonard. Meanwhile, for the 76ers, it's Simmons and latest collegiate ball nearby at Villanova. And we are underway, the Raptors with possession. The miss from Tobias Harris.
Well, that was good defense. He knew that there was a potential shot clock.
Siakam fouled by Embiid, who careens into the front row and takes out a couple of customers.
Now, this young man is so blessed. His improvement this season has...
Raptors out 2-0. That's their first lead since game 2. Butler inside with the bucket.
All right, now you go over the top. Butler will get a step ahead of you, and then the center can't switch off, mainly because of Embiid.
And that's a good sign for the Raptors.
And Van Fleet must make a high percentage in the 3-ball.
And Simmons got all the way to the bucket and the finger roll good. And Simmons had 10 points, 7 boards, 7 assists in the last game. Lowry with 5 quick points.
Big in this one.
2 for 10 in the previous game. He owned his subpar performance. Said straight up, I've got to play a lot better. Redick from deep. Butter.
I like this.
Gasol is another guy that Nick Nurse is looking to be more active and assertive offensively, and right there, picture perfect.
Just got to keep pushing, and hope that you can get the mismatch. Look out here.
Good steal by Harris, back the other way to Redick. Got it. A long two is good. Plus that time against Harris. Siakam dribble handoff to Kawhi Leonard. Rising up in the paint, and that's his first field goal of the game.
In the painted area.
Butler turned it over.
Oh, here you go.
He only turned it over 2 times in game 3. Lowry back to Leonard, a little give and go, and Leonard with 4 points.
The old story.
Stout down low, kicks it out to Ennis. And Leonard running it back. Good ball fake on Simmons. And Kawhi Leonard.
Excellent defensive move by Gasol as he took away the lane.
Ibaka on the break. Off the great dime from Lowry.
Well, if you're coaching, you wish that he would have got a little closer.
Jimmy Butler slammed on the break, stopped on a dime, didn't leave Kawhi.
Early. Now, unfortunately for them, he's struggling in this series.
Butler cross court to Ennis, and Ennis knocks down the... Siakam on the pick and pop, having a tough time shooting the ball. Wow! Ibaka puts up. Embiid with the lob up top for Butler.
Yeah, nice move.
And a good finish by Butler, who got hammered too.
Kyle Lowry playing that aggressively, looking to score early on. What does it do for the rest of the team in the offense?
Well, we need some offensive punch from him. He's given us
A rare appearance. Embiid fell after the pass by Redick. Lowry on the break against Butler. Waited, and Ibaka with the finish off a nice dime. Show and go. Rising up. That is rebound. Gasol with all day to tee it up. And he drills the
decent percentage, but holding them to only one shot attempt.
Good defense by Harris to knock the ball loose. Redick in transition.
Oh, now that's a tough cover because of the size difference. Oh, there it is.
And it's with the steal.
They got a 4-on-1.
Got to convert it.
Oh,
Ibaka comes from behind for the block. His former teammate Kendrick Perkins at OKC said, "That's not the Serge I know and learned and weaned in this league."
There you go.
As Embiid gets an easy pass to the bucket for the slam.
Well, you and I have watched them. We've signed them at least 5 times from that distance. Tough shot.
Leonard wide open.
Oh,
great recovery by Simmons for the block. Another good closeout by the Sixers,
nice.
Danny Green.
Basketball. You have to do it.
Leonard out top. His team up by 5.
Oh,
got free on the baseline and punches it home.
Playing you 9 out of 10 times.
Get some buckets down there. 7-0 run for the Raptors. Harris with the left hand, a pretty classy move for him. Leonard threads the needle to Ibaka, and a big block by Embiid. Embiid at the other end. Finds Simmons. Great ball movement.
How about how quickly Embiid stopped on a dime in the paint?
Gasol on the blow-by. What a block by Embiid. Rejecting Ibaka at the rim.
Now look, that was excellent creep.
Raptors playing off Gasol at the elbow. Leonard into the paint. Great fake. And goes under for the layup. And he is so smooth. That's his second postseason double-double in a half. Butler got the 3. Nice passing.
The most important thing they need to do in this second half is to continue the rebounding. It's the most important thing, guys.
Yeah, they had the advantage in that category. Tobias Harris knocks lead. Made the right play. They didn't get the result they desired. Lowry got hit in the face on the tip by Redick. It was unintentional, and Simmons with an easy bucket at the other end. And back come Kawhi Leonard, tied at 49. Stops for the 3-pointer. Good decision by Harris with a clean look. Butler with the rebound.
Yeah, listen, good play by Embiid to pat that out.
Harris with another look. This one drops. And Simmons up court for Philadelphia. Butler rising up. Butter at 6. Leonard. Boy, he made that. Jimmy Butler cross court. Harris made a great catch. Step back jumper by Jimmy Butler, and he is in the paint.
Now he's all over.
This is the time of the year that he's been waiting for. Kawhi Leonard, but he couldn't cash. Lowry, good look underneath, and Siakam finally.
I just want to say congratulations to Mr. Cantor, because with a separated shoulder, he played 56 minutes at Duluth.
By Lowry. Embiid going to work, spins on Ibaka. Oh, he left him. Wait. Here's Gasol on the pick and pop. Boy, a contact. Leonard got open. They refused to pick him up. The sound, the resonance of Kawhi Leonard's voice. That's how quiet he is. Nice pass inside to Gasol. Brown called out the half-court set. Here's Embiid. Over to Harris in rhythm from downtown. Yes.
I was like a shoot.
From very humble and modest beginnings.
Well, he definitely picked the right school, an excellent coaching staff, and then he blossomed.
Great shot there by Lowry's trainer, Stan Remy. Getting a lot of precise work in. Redick. Yes!
Such a strong game, and he has Lowry. Remember now, Lowry got off to a great start in that first quarter. He's been quiet.
Butler against the shorter Lowry. Moving his feet well. Active hands, had to launch. Wow, my. It's been... Ben Simmons kicks it out to Harris. Great block by Ibaka. 7:16 to go in the fourth quarter. Leonard against Scott. Kicks it out to Gasol. Got a clean look.
Nice.
And he knocks the for Leonard.
Oh, no.
Good ball fake. Passes to Ibaka. Wide open. And cash money. Embiid got picked off. Butler picked up Leonard. It didn't matter. Kawhi Leonard, 36 per. Butler. Nice flare to the corner by Redick. Got the three ball. He's pressing up on Leonard.
See, that
Embiid switches. Fires a long one.
Oh, my
Nothing but net.
Now.
Butler on Green. Pass in traffic. Harris the three. Missing, and the Raptors in control now. Up by 4 with just under.
Understand, you cannot leave Redick once the ball comes in.
Butler gets into the paint. Tough 2 is good.
That's right. Quick. Now, you got
Last 4 points for them, all from the line.
you cannot let a guy take an uncontested 3.
Embiid with the 3 with a hand in his face.
Oh,
Siakam with the board this season. Simmons inbounding. Harris pops loose. Gets the 3 off. Embiid with the rebound, and Tony Brothers calls it. Toronto Raptors will even this series at 2 apiece as they head back.
Just so outstanding.
This is
That's why he should miss 2 foul shots, okay?
But time's going to run out, though, on the 76ers. As the Raptors come back, bounce back with resilience in a robust way to win Game 4 to even the series at 2 games apiece. Kawhi Leonard got the assist.
Check out tonight's starting lineups presented by Kia. No changes across the board. Philly with Simmons. 11 ties, 10 lead changes. Philadelphia control.
Has killed them at times on the offensive glass, so that eliminates some of that.
Lowry jams it.
Engaged in making shots, he just becomes a much better basketball player.
Lowry was more aggressive in Game 4 as well. Harris, the answer. Tough
At all times, he's just really unmatched.
J.J. Redick, and a bounce for Embiid. Scoop shot goes Joel Embiid in Game 4, but the team shot just 40%. That was a travel on Simmons, no call. Harris pull up, it goes to Tobias. Scott is in for Tobias Harris. Scott saw some time at center the other day. Nobody's home, and Lowry gets the dude.
The team and the help is coming.
Redick comes to the ball, penetrates, the floater, doesn't get the roll. Tip in goes Jimmy Butler, busting.
Yes, and that one was pretty good for him in that Game 4.
Butler gets rid of it. Scott, step back Jay, book it. Mike Scott trying to set things up for Simmons. The back in on Green, shovels. Scott squeezes through for 2. The basketball gods. Monroe, the spin inside, gets the roll. DeBoer stripped of the ball, he brought it down low. Leonard streaks. To the corner. Siakam got it. A three.
Can be so effective from all three levels.
Foul was called on Norm Powell. Siakam lines it up. Bottom from Leonard drives. Can't finish it. Knocked to the outside. Controlled by Powell. Van Vliet is in. Got a three. 5-minute stretch where they did not score in the fourth quarter of Game 4. Embiid, that ball fake hangs and hits Joel Embiid.
Aggressive here for the Sixers.
Oh, Van Vliet just picked the pocket of Embiid. Powell gives it up. Leonard, big finish.
They control the tempo.
A lot of free throws in this opening quarter. 10 attempts for Toronto, 9 for Philadelphia. 1 second difference, shot clock to game clock. Leonard splits defender.
What's the gut feeling for how he's looked so far early?
I mean, I think he's looked good defensively. He's looked like I thought at the offensive end.
Why slower, and where would the game be slower for your team?
I mean, just they're coming at him, you know, whether it's on the cap.
Have Van Vliet on Redick, and let's see if Philly's got the discipline to get Harris and Redick opportunities.
Pull-up jumper is good. Tobias
The lineup is your inability to switch and guard the catch and shoot off a good offensive execution.
Ibaka, the fake, and the statue. Gasol nails it from down.
In this game, that's as many shots as he's attempted, and that is not a recipe for success on the road in the playoffs.
Out of the timeout, Jimmy Butler. Roll Harris with the rebound. Pushing the tempo here. Harris attacks and scores with the offhand.
And that's an example there.
Surrounded by Green, who's back in there for the Raptors. Monroe returning for Philadelphia. Green fires, connects. It's a triple.
And that is a
Siakam steps in front. 6.5 remaining. Second quarter. Lowry all the way to the cup. And Ennis. To the corner. Ibaka. Long strides for two.
Clogging up those driving lanes, and Toronto taking advantage.
8-0 run. Simmons trying to end it. He does with a flip and the foul off the ball. 14 fouls now on Toronto. Siakam the pull-up. Yes.
Siakam, a bad look, but they could have gotten a better one there in the open floor.
Turnover. Ennis gets it ahead. Simmons flying to the rim.
Showing some fight defensively, trying to get back into it.
Off of the made basket, Leonard, kick, Green, got it, a three. Siakam, one-on-one with Harris. Siakam ball fake, lost it. All right, count it. Not 39, Toronto. Just over a minute to go in this first half. Butler gets it to go. Siakam, they give it to him. Short. Long rebound to Green. He'll fire. Got it. It's a three. Leonard peeks at the clock. 5 seconds. Leonard makes his move. Oh! That's a man's jam! Kawhi Leonard! Butler and Embiid. 5 points for Simmons. No points for J.J. Redick. Siakam walked by Harris. Embiid involved early. Harris using the screen. Harris, difficult shot from Tobias. Harris turns the corner. Working around for Embiid. It's a three. Joel.
Toronto here on the road.
8 points, 5 rebounds for Embiid. Leonard, methodical. Raptors, the series tied at 2-2. Butler the penetration, and the floater goes.
They've done a good job offensive rebounding and putting us in bad situations off of those offensive rebounds to get threes. Also transition.
Squeeze it, the Philadelphia controls. Simmons knocked out of there by Siakam. Now it's a foot race. Lowry takes it in. Butler accelerates. Embiid drives in. There were a number of European moves there.
Or you could say an African step. We can give him that one, right?
We can?
Yeah, why not?
Danny Green, a corner jump. It's good. A three. They have cut just 1 point off the halftime lead. Danny Green, bullseye. The 10-0 run has given Toronto its largest cushion. Mike Scott quiets the
defensively. Toronto attacking early in transition and getting good look.
Siakam. Rebounded by Scott, and Lowry will. And they've locked down Philadelphia defensively here tonight. Ennis drives in. Denied! The block him for Siakam. 29-24 in favor of Toronto. Simmons just gave it away. Gasol. The lead pass to Siakam. Perimeter. Just under 3 minutes to go now in the third. Simmons takes it at Gasol, but he's not looking to shoot. And Embiid's jumper is pure in the third quarter on a 10-2 run. Toronto has built the lead up to 24. Gasol. Count it. Good from the outside. 50 seconds to go, third quarter. Simmons drives in and finishes.
Just have not seen a lot of that from Ben Simmons or the Sixers in this game.
Just the fifth shot of the night. Oh, Leonard! Long rebound to Toronto. 32-28 off the boards. Lowry! A chance for four! Lowry picked up by Ennis. Gasol pops and hits. 101-70. Butler gets it. Lowry remains in there. So does Leonard, Ibaka, Gasol, Siakam. Leonard. It's like Nerf ball.
Best overall performance from the starting five in this series for Toronto.
Van Fleet. Toronto for Philadelphia. Norm Powell drives, dishes, and another bucket. Ibaka.
It's hard, you know. It's actually a little easier to make an adjustment when you lose a close game.
Philadelphia is one of the Warriors in Game 4, 101-96.
And that's the thing about, you know, you hear the term 50-50 ball. It's the 50-50 games in series.
Has checked in for Toronto. Meeks on a kick for McCall. Jody Meeks.
122 points a game coming into this series. They've only broken 100 once in this series. Only one game have they gotten above 100 points.
Number one among the teams remaining. Simmons penetrates. Marjanovic gets it to go.
More about ball movement, body movement, playing fast. And they just have not been able to find a rhythm thus far against Toronto.
Powell a three.
Points, 31-8. They got 18 second chance points. They got 36 points in the paint to go along with it. Jeremy Lamb.
The Sixers.
You know, we'll see how Philly handles the adversity of facing elimination. Right?
A Toronto rout to take a 3-2 lead in the Eastern Conference semifinals.
Time ago. Taking a look at our starting lineups, the same five for the Raptors, Gasol. And for the Sixers, one of the best starting fives in the league during the regular season. Their team has scored. Harris off the Embiid screen, drives and stuffs it through on the claw. And Gasol, remember, he's a former defensive player of the year. Here's Lowry and the former Villanova Wildcat. Butler driving and scores this time against Green. With 21 points in Game 5, which was his lowest scoring total in the series. He had a 45-point game in Game 1. Butler on the baseline. He's been
incredible. Because we had Game 1 here in the first round, and they were booing in the first quarter.
Yeah. Harris for three.
On Philadelphia late. What is their response?
Siakam open again, and this time he knocks it down. Siakam driving on Embiid, and what a shot. 14 seconds. Butler defending Leonard. Two excellent two-way players in Leonard win games. No one had done that in 50 years of NBA playoff action. Ennis with numbers here. The step through. And Ibaka comes over with the rejection. Harris back to Simmons. Touch shot off the window. And
Toronto struggled making open shots. They've had some here in the first. They've had tremendous looks. They're not knocking them down.
But Harris is. He would have Raptors Sixers Game 7 if Philadelphia wins tonight. And great news, by the way, as Leonard hits that it looked a lot worse when it happened.
We could see all the former NBA players reacting to it as Ben Simmons.
That's for Simmons. 6 points, 4 assists, 1 rebound. And he's got 2 fouls that he's playing with as Leonard strokes it. Serge Ibaka. Here's Butler again. Missed that time. Batted out. Shot clock at 5. Simmons goes right past Ibaka. Got him off his feet and finishes.
Your hip is right there with you. He wasn't even close.
Embiid's going to try one. It's good. There. Shot clock is at 3. Siakam swung away by Ennis. Now Butler gets it back to him. Ennis to the corner for Scott. Another one. Philadelphia. Remember, it was Toronto in Game 5 hit 16 threes as Kyle Lowry and corralled by Harris. So Ben Simmons off the floor getting a breather. Does have a couple fouls. Redick, how about that? Little English. So smart. Developed also a three-point shot as Leonard hits the mid-range. Leonard off the Ibaka screen. Hesitates. Oh, what a feed to Ibaka for the slam.
Tremendous pass.
Ibaka with the board. Leonard just snatches it out of the air with his left hand, then takes it. Toronto, the shot clock at 4. And a strip by Leonard. Lowry, great save as he was falling. Leonard takes it all the way for the slam.
To Danny Green this morning, asked him about playing for Pop. And Tom says to him, I don't think in February, he asked people who the Toronto Raptors head coach was.
The next 2, Sixers trying to force a Game 7, which would be Sunday in Toronto. Our friends at TNT will have that. Here's Butler, alley-oop, and Simmons with a put-down.
How good was that fake by Jimmy Butler? I really did. They're going to keep possession, but I think this ball went off him.
Here's Green, and he drills a 3 that ends that stretch of 8 straight minutes. Butler, nice pass to Scott, who cut in the lane. And Butler's going to take this one short, chases it down, is fouled, and he banks it in! A 3-point chance for Jimmy. Siakam. Nicely done with a floater.
Now
switch Leonard on Redick. Shot clock at 9. Butler gets around McCaw. Jumps and hits off the glass. Butler, 17 points. Butler with a great play. Steals it from Leonard. On the other end, flies to the rim and lays it home. In Game 6, but the last couple of years have been better closing out series on the road, which obviously is very hard to do, especially against this talented
work their way backwards, but you can see it's playing with him a little bit. Now Philly's challenging him.
2 years ago he made 1 3. Great move by Simmons with the right. Siakam last year shot 22% from 3, 37% this year, and that one goes. Missed it. Leonard keeps the dribble against Simmons with a timer now at 3. Goes into the paint, hangs, and finishes with one hand. Now Butler charged with defending Lowry. Simmons stays on Leonard. Lowry gets airspace and drains a 3. 12-point game. Embiid trying to get free. Here's Harris with a shot clock at 4. And Harris with a terrific move in the paint. Well, there is no doubt a different level of Leonard in the postseason. Here's Redick. Hits a 3. Lead is back to 15. Midway through the third here of Game 6. Leonard keeps the dribble. Siakam at the foul line. Butler, could this be their last games as members of the Sixers as Leonard takes it to the rim? Boy, here's Butler falling away with a shot clock at 5. No good. Rebounded by Leonard. Raptors look to push it. They've got numbers. Lowry. Here's Green for 3. It's good. And Embiid drives. Hangs, can't finish. Oh, Simmons! What? Embiid driving it. Gasol gets bumped, and it goes! 3-point opportunity.
You guys, and she's actually awake and watching the game.
Embiid meets Kawhi in midair as he went for the lefty dunk. Sent it back, but then a foul. 16-point Philadelphia lead inside 3 to play in the quarter. Embiid again rejects Kawhi, and now Simmons ahead of the pack, soars and finishes. Embiid, the trailer, three on target. Largest lead of the night for Philadelphia. Leonard feeds a cutting Siakam for two. Here's Harris working on Lowry in the low post. Then Harris puts it in.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, you've got Mike Scott with 11 off the bench for Philly. Ennis has had a really good night with 5. Finds Harris. And then Harris takes it to the rim and
pull the plug. Because you're going back for game 7. You know, it's every other day. Nice little layup there by Kyle Lowry.
Philadelphia does. I mean, I have no idea what to think about game 7. The way this series has gone, when it was 2-1 Philly, it looked like the Sixers were on their way as Leonard slams it.
And we're not coming in here until 5 o'clock pregame to walk through things.
Lowry's 3 is good his first 2 years, every game, with the right foot injury. And then his rookie year, when he was healthy, he was phenomenal, and then he gets hurt, and he misses.
Defensive end, Jamal, because, boy, Portland has attacked him relentlessly. San Antonio did the same, but that guy has got a lot in his offensive arsenal.
Redick for 3! Brilliant second quarter where he took control of the game. He also has 8 assists and 6 rebounds. He hasn't missed a free throw in this game. And he's taken good shots as Gasol hits.
Just extraordinary. What a rip by the team and Giannis.
There's Powell for 3. Norman Powell, 4th year, ready to rock. There's Portland. Hasn't been to the conference finals since 2000. Denver's last trip there was 2009. There's TJ McConnell in the paint. There's Patrick McCaw. Miller in the lane. Nice move with the layup. Don't forget, we have another Game 6 tomorrow night on ESPN. Warriors and Rockets. Kevin Durant. Rockets and make it to the conference final. We'll know more next week. McConnell flips it up and in. Toronto with a spot in the Eastern Conference Finals on the line. Milwaukee is waiting, and the Bucks are going to get a week off in Toronto. For Dorisburg, Tom Rinaldi, our entire crew, I'm Dave Pasch. 112-101 Philadelphia forces a Game 7.
In his 6th year, we'll have this 5. Ben Simmons coming on Embiid, a remarkable +40. Nick Nurse in his 1st year had his Kawhi finals, and Jason Phillips in his 92nd playoff game. In the replay center, Ed Mullen.
The Raptors quickly into the front court.
The spinning Siakam. And tapped up and in. Played in Game 7s before, as has Leonard, a Finals MVP, back with San Antonio. Into Harris. By Embiid.
And that's
Jimmy Butler. Into Green. It's loose and vacuumed in by Siakam. He's battling a calf issue, but looks to be hale and hearty tonight. Inside he goes. Redick 3. Boy, they needed that.
I tell you what, you talk about weather.
Offensively, I have to bring it, and if I do, I know my teammates will follow. He said, I don't want to have a long summer regretting what we could have done better.
It's staggering, his plus-minus in this series. And when you factor in he has not had the kind of efficiency that he's...
Here's Ennis with Greg Monroe in for the first time. Oh, it's pick-pocketed, and here comes Kawhi. Is on him on the perimeter. Shot clock at 6. Simmons, Embiid knocked away. Green picked up by Ibaka. Ahead to Leonard. Underneath the Green. 1-3, and it was made by Redick of Philadelphia. 12 misses the other way. There's a shot partially deflected.
Because the officials are going to let you play more, and Toronto's done a better job of understanding that. They've been better with their hands at getting deflections and steals, and Mike Scott, boy.
He was inside of the coach's huddle talking with Brett Brown, then came back to his teammates telling them, hey, we got it, stay with it. Joel Embiid looked a little frustrated.
He's shooting 22%. Raptors shooting 22%. Butler shifting, driving, scoring.
A big
Siakam, Lowry, Gasol, and inside Green, the Raptor 5.
Yeah, but you saw that last possession for Philly. Not a good look, and then Ibaka comes down.
Now the shot clock at 3. Here comes Scott. He's got a foul. Embiid taps it up and in. 6 of 26. Ennis. That's a 3, and it's down by 4. They trailed by 8. Sixers had an early 1-point lead into Siakam. Great feed by Lowry.
To react and contest on that shot.
Redick again on the move, firing and knocking it down.
Up that early second foul.
3 triples for Philadelphia. Shot clock at 5 and across the lane. Oh, pickpocketed. Leonard by Harris into the hole.
Goes back to knowing your opponent, right? They knew what Philly was trying to get there, and Kawhi made them pay.
It's into Simmons, who just checks in. His first shot attempted and made in this one from the field. 7.5 in the half. Siakam. No one on.
Well, Joel doesn't.
They bring Gasol out on Embiid. Here comes Simmons. They've opened up some space. Siakam snaps it away, and Simmons hits another one.
I like this.
Ennis with Lowry on him. Bad thumb and all. James Ennis up and down.
Matchup on the low block.
It's Green defending Simmons. It's out to a wide open Tobias Harris. That's a 3.
Well, and Simmons forcing Toronto to get into rotation, which gives you opportunities on the perimeter.
3 by a bucket.
And I like this move by Philly. Simplify the game.
Harris again taking it inside. He just hit from 3 and he pulled.
But you've got to figure out a way to just play through it. The beauty of his game is he doesn't have to score necessarily to be effective.
Lowry. Oh, he looked pretty good right there with 19 minutes. Harris defends on the perimeter. Wow! What a play!
My goodness.
Stay tuned, coming up. The award-winning American Express halftime report. Ernie, Shaq, Kenny, and Charles. The other way with a drive and a 2.
On the road.
It's Leonard outside, defended by Simmons, and inside with Embiid.
Perfect at attacking, as has Toronto on the offensive glass. And I feel like they also need to still, as Kawhi able to get that mid-range to go.
From the field in over 5.5 minutes. Going back to the second quarter. It's Gasol, puts up that shot and knocks it down. Harris against Lowry. Redick. The fake, the fire, and the 3.
And
Simmons. He's got 6 boards, 9 points, 2 assists down court for Harris. Puts on the brakes, launches the triple.
Transition.
5-0 run. They go inside, now outside. Embiid by Gasol down the lane into Siakam. Count it!
And
Lane. Shot clock at 4. Jimmy Butler. That's the lead.
I know it's.
With a play inside, Siakam had it knocked away. Embiid.
He wants to step up. That's why he's being extra aggressive. They're going to have to get contributions from others here in this quarter.
Redick with a 3.
We were talking about it was vital for Philly to answer. Now the roles reversed. They got to get something here from Toronto.
And Ibaka, 2. Little pass inside. Ibaka finds the curling. Offensive rebound, Lowry. Leonard open. Rebound, Lowry again. Ibaka. 3. Leonard. It may be the coach of the year and the MVP. Shot clock at 5. They're trailing Leonard into the paint. Hands off Gasol.
I tell you.
Rebound by Ibaka. Redick is 4 of 10. Ibaka has 3 rebounds. The other way, the dive, Lowry.
Oh, what is going to transpire? What move? And it's been right now going small ball for Toronto.
Deflection, Van Vliet. Rejection by Embiid. 2 points, Ibaka. 13 to 3 run. Approaching a minute to play in the third. Embiid and Gasol. Round hand and down it goes.
And with this small lineup for Toronto, if you're Brett Brown, we have got to try to punish them inside We've got matchups that we like.
Lowry, screen by Siakam. Rebound by Redick. Rebounding in the game, +6 Raptors. It's Simmons. Here he goes. That trend. Embiid watching Siakam.
Siakam is just reluctant to shoot the basketball right now. And I tell you what, Ibaka could be here trying to stem the tide.
Butler 2 of 9, 6 points, a 3. Jimmy Butler scored 8.
And other than that,
big three-point shot by Kawhi Leonard. Shot clock at 3. Lowry. Oh, what a shot!
elimination games are all about.
It's Embiid looking inside for a backpedaling Simmons. He'll throw up one off the glass. His 3. Gasol the offensive rebound. Leonard with a 3. Good! Here comes Kawhi Leonard as the defensive Simmons right there and takes an off-balance shot. Simmons 4 of 5. Ibaka on him. Out to Redick off the screen. Long 2. By J.G. Redick. There's Siakam averaging 21 in the series, and Siakam tonight has 9. 3. Leonard. Good! Ivan beat up high. Here's Harris. Shot clock at 2. Doubled. Knocked away. Stolen by Lowry. 2-on-1. Siakam.
Gets the opportunity to take it.
Short. Caught by Harris. 2-point game. Here comes Butler driving. Layup is good.
You got to be aware of the inbounder here if you're Philly.
It's off to Leonard. Defended by Simmons. Is this the dagger? Game. Series. Toronto is... Let's go to Roz.
Kawhi, you are a man of few words and you show little emotion, but how did that shot make you feel?
I felt great. I was just telling them we work on that every day. We're just driving baseline. I said I missed the last one short, so I just wanted to put it up in the air and got the shooter's bounce.
And you had to work hard for it. First you got Ben Simmons on you, you're driving. Then Joel Embiid, he's really big. He came up. How did you have to time it to get it over Joel Embiid?
Man, just a lot of hard work. Just went into my shot, like I said, and just shot it as high as I could again. And you see, I got some loft on it and made the ball bounce off and end up going in. I was disappointed missing that free throw, so I really wanted to make that shot.
You played a lot of minutes. You knew you were going to play a lot of minutes. How did you manage yourself throughout the game to be able to come up big in the fourth quarter?
I didn't really. I just tried to play hard every possession. We could have went home. I wanted to just leave it all out on the floor just in case we lost. And, I would have been proud of myself,
You're not going home. You're leading this team to the Eastern Conference Finals. But if you think about your journey, last season, you only played 9 games. You joined a new team with a new head coach in a new country. Did you have any doubts?
Last year was a very down year for me. I was going through a lot by everything that was going on. And, God is good. I prayed every day and then end up getting healthy. Now I'm able to play basketball, and you can just see what he does for you.
Absolutely. And you have, Kawhi, I got one more question. You gonna stick around? All right, you got the Bucks next. And what are your biggest concerns seeing Giannis up next?
The Bucks are a very great team. They led the league this year. I think they was the only team with 60 wins. And they're a tough matchup. So, hopefully this Game 7 prepared us for them.
Congratulations, Kawhi.
Thanks.
Guys.
Kawhi Kawhi Leonard had 13 of Toronto's last 15 points. But the biggest shot in Raptor history bounces in. 1, 2, 3, 4, and oh my God.
Partner, there is winning and misery. The great Pat Riley told us that. That is the winning right there for Kawhi Leonard. And the misery for the Sixers, who battled all game long, gave themselves a chance, but it was not to be, as Nick Nurse can finally exhale.
So Wednesday night on TNT, it'll be the Milwaukee Bucks against the Toronto Raptors. Only Milwaukee won more regular season games than Toronto. And they will meet the night before Game 1 of the Western Conference Finals with Golden State and Portland.